What is up, guys? It is Retro Mushroom, and today I'm going to bring you guys an OE match I had against FrozenFire. Met him on the Smoking Wi-Fi Battle Finder, but anyways, guys, I know I have not uploaded a video in about a week, a little over a week, which may not seem like a long time for some, but for me it feels like it's definitely been a while. But I've just been spending a lot of time with family and friends during the winter break, as you guys should have too. But anyways, enough on that. Like I said, this is an OU match against FrozenFire. I'm using an old sand team that I've kind of revitalized. It features CONKELDURR and Reuniclus sweeping. And yes, so my opponent seems to be running a Mamoswine, Infernape, Starmie, Espeon, Landorus, T, and Ferrothorn. The only real threat to this team is an Expert Belt Mix Infernape, which is actually a huge threat to a lot of teams, actually, because it's a very, very good set. Probably my favorite set for Infernape, but other than that, though, I guess Mamoswine could kind of be a problem, just because my only physical wall on the team is Landorus T, and it's, weak to Mamoswine's Ice-type attacks, so yeah, that's pretty much the only threats to his team. I guess Starmie to an extent, because it has Ice Beam, but I mean, I do have Pokemon to take Starmie on, like T-Tar and whatnot. So, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into the match. So I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my CONKELDURR, just because I thought he'd either lead with A, Landorus, or B, Mamoswine. I figured CONKELDURR, whatever you want to call it, could take on either or, so I go ahead and lead off with that, as he does lead off with Mamoswine, probably predicting my T-Tar lead, but yeah, so I'm not going to overpredict, just in case he does want to set up Saltox. I'm just going to go straight for the Drain Punch, as he does make the switch into Landorus. Now, I do carry the Ice Punch on this thing, so I'm going to go for it, hoping either he does not expect it, or he just wants to, just basically, I'm just going to play it safe here, just in case he does want to stand, as he does U-turn out into Starmie, just to resist both my stabs, because I carry Mach Punch, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Bulk Up on this set, so I completely cannot touch Starmie in the slightest. So I'm going to switch into Hydreigon, predicting him to predict my T-Tar switching, me predicting the Psychic. So I'm going to switch into Hydreigon, and it works perfectly because he does go for the Surf, predicting my T-Tar switch. So here, the switch to Ferrothorn was very, very obvious. I don't know why I went for Draco Meteor as opposed to Fire Blast. Draco Meteor still does a decent amount of Ferrothorn. I mean, for it being resistant, it being a Ferrothorn. I mean, this is a modest Scarfed Hydreigon, and that did a decent amount, so I'm all right with that trade-off, I guess. But I should have went for Fire Blast, because the switch to Ferro was very, very obvious. But I did not know if he wanted to just sack Starmie or not. So I mean, he might have predicted my Fire Blast, which is why I didn't go for it. So that's my reasoning there. But I switch into CONKELDURR as he goes for the lead seed, and then I'm going to switch right back out into Hydreigon, predicting his either his Starmie or Espeon, I guess, to take on my CONKELDURR, but he brings in Starmie. Now, I'm just going to go right into my T-Tar, just predicting his Ice Beam, so that's what he does. He does bring in his Starmie, like I said, and yeah, I bring in T-Tar, and Ice Beam does literally nothing because I am specially defensive, and I don't see Life Orb, I don't see Leftovers, so I'm assuming he's Choice, so I'm going to go for the Pursuit, predicting the switch. There's not really much he could do to me anyway. I mean, Hydro Pump can do a decent amount, but I'm pretty sure he was Choice, so in comes Ferrothorn. I'm just gonna go click Fire Blast, because why the hell not? I miss, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, because it would not have KO'd because I'm not running any special attack EVs, but it would have done a decent amount because Fire Blast is still very, very powerful, but I know it wouldn't have killed despite the 4 times resistance. So yeah, I'm lead seated now, and I guess he predicted my switch. I'm going to go into CONKELDURR as he double switches, or he switches to into Infernape, I guess, predicting another Fire Blast from T-Tar. But I believe I just go for a Drain Punch, predicting either Landorus to come in, or yeah, just to get some health back, because I'm pretty sure Landorus is going to come in, so I didn't want to go for the Ice Punch, just in case he did want to stay in with Infernape and go for like a U-turn. I don't know. It just seemed logical to go for Drain Punch there, just to get some health back. But he brings in Espeon. I do get a critical hit, and that will matter later on. You'll see in a bit. But in comes Ape, as I do switch at the same time, bringing my T-Tar. He did make a double switch. Great prediction on his part, predicting my T-Tar switch in to take on Espeon and Pursuit Trap it. So that was a good play on his part. But fortunately for me, I still have my Landorus Therian, which does have the Intimidate. And so I'm gonna go. He's gonna go for a close combat. I get an unfortunate critical hit, which sucks, but I mean, I don't really care because I believe after this turn I do switch out into my Reuniclus, just to check if he does have the HP Ice or not, if he's the Expert Belt mix set, because I didn't see any Life Orbs, so just gonna go ahead and switch out, bring in my Reuniclus as he switches out into his Landorus, confirming either he doesn't have HP Ice or he is choiced. So just gonna set up the Trick Room. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity for me to set up a Trick Room. The main focus of this Reuniclus set is to set up Trick Room and basically dent his team a little bit for CONKELDURR to come in and start sweeping. So in comes Espeon. I'm just gonna go for the safe Shadow Ball. I could have went for the Focus Blast because I'm pretty sure that would have killed, but I didn't want to risk the miss, so that's why I went for that. So in comes Ferrothorn, and I'm just going to go for a Focus Blast. He is faster as he sets up spikes, which is kind of funny because I'm not running any Speedy Vs. I'm actually running a minus speed nature, but he must be running it as well, so he probably carries Gyro Ball. So I'm gonna go for a Focus Blast. It's not gonna take it out, but if that Fire Blast would have hit, this Ferrothorn would have been dead, and I wouldn't have had to deal with the 2 layers of spikes. I would have had to deal with just 1. So I'm just gonna take him out with a Focus Blast, and down goes Pharaoh. So pretty much nothing on his team can really take me out at this point. U-turn will do a lot, but I'm pretty sure it is based off the damage before that it won't kill me. So I'm just going to go for a Psychic because I am faster due to Trick Room, and he's just going to go for a U-turn, and it's not going to take me out. So I do believe Trick Room wears out here as he does switch into his Mamoswine. Even if it wasn't worn out, I'm pretty sure he has the Ice Shard. I assume because you're Mamoswine you have Ice Shard, but he's going to go for the Earthquake, and he's going to take out my Reuniclus, which is fine because I got rid of what am I, Elmer Fudd? Just gonna bring in CONKELDURR now, and I'm gonna set up a bulk up, and I do believe that is game because he really has nothing to take out my CONKELDURR at this point, because Mach Punch kills Espeon, Starmie's dead, Landorus will die to an Ice Punch, Infernape can't touch me in the slightest because I have a +1 defense boost. So he goes for an Earthquake, and that does literally nothing. I am max HP. In 1 bulk up, Landorus with its massive attack stat doesn't even dent my CONKELDURR, which is amazing, or CONKELDURR, whatever. I call it both. I'm just one of those guys who calls it either CONKELDURR or CONKELDURR. So in comes Espeon. I'm just gonna take that thing out with the Mach Punch because yeah, Espeon's kind of frail on the defensive side, so I don't care about his defense investment because he's at such a low amount of HP that I can definitely take him out there, and that kind of sounded awkward. But anyway, in comes Mamoswine, and I'm just going to go for a Drain Punch knowing that he cannot take me out. Icicle Crash does a little bit more than I thought it would, but yeah, I don't know. So he went for Icicle Crash here. Now I just went for Mach Punch just in case he went for Icicle, just in case he went for Ice Shard anyway. I don't think it would have killed. Actually, in fact, it definitely would have killed. So I didn't see Life Orb Recoil, so that means either Sash or Choice Scarf, or maybe Choice Bandit, I don't know. But I feel like Choice Bandit would have killed me with Icicle Crash from that amount of health. So in comes Infernape, and I'm just going to go for another Drain Punch. As he does go for close combat. I know it would take me out, but in fact it does, but that's because it's a critical hit, which kind of sucks. But I mean, I do have Starmie or I do have Starmie and Landorus, which I decided to bring in Landorus, which is kind of stupid, because I figured he does not have the HP Ice, but here he shows me he is Expert Belt, or something that bluffs the choice item. Wow, I cannot talk today. And yeah, he goes for Flare, but it's supposed to close combat, and despite him getting the burn, he is at -1 defense, so I'm going to be able to take that thing out with an Earthquake, and that is going to be GG. So that was a good game, FrozenFire. If you guys enjoyed this battle, please go ahead and give it a like rating, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for the kind of subpar narration. I have not narrated in about 2 weeks, so that kind of explains it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway. And with that, I probably will be posting another battle later on, maybe tomorrow. We'll see, but yeah guys, without further ado, I will see you guys later, alright? Peace!